Welcome to Cooking with Kathy. Now, today we're going to make waffles, and this is my grandfather's favorite recipe. In this bowl, I have 1 3/4 cup of flour, and I'm going to add in a teaspoon of soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to stir in a stick of melted butter. And we're going to add in 1.5 cups of buttermilk. Only I cheated. This is 1.5 cups of water with 6 tablespoons of buttermilk powder. Now, Grandpa just loved waffles. And Grandma liked pancakes better, so he had to make his own. Into this, we're going to take and separate 3 eggs. It's easier to do it with your fingers, but you can separate it any way you want to. Now you want to make sure there isn't even a speck of egg yolk in here. And we did get a speck. But you can take that out with the eggshell. Now we're going to whisk the egg whites until they're stiff. You can tell when they're getting close to being ready because you make a little pattern in the bottom of the bowl. And when we pick up the whisk, we want to form a peak. Do you see the little peaks we have here? It's almost ready. There you go. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to fold the egg white into our waffle batter. Now you don't want to stir or you'll take out all the fluff. So you go in the center and you sort of pick it up and move it around in a circle like this until everything is incorporated. It doesn't matter if you have a few streaks of white. It's no big deal. You just want it to look reasonably incorporated. Now that was easy. Alright, we have our preheated waffle iron, which we've sprayed with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray. And we're going to put our waffle batter right here in the middle. Now, as you can see, we have a little light here that's supposed to tell you when the waffles are done, but that hasn't worked since, well, a long time ago. So, you can tell when the waffles are starting to cook because they steam around the edges. Now, when that steam slows way down, it means most of the moisture is gone from the waffle, and it's going to be perfectly done. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of steam going on. Now, in just a minute, this waffle will be completely finished. Now, while we're getting the waffles cooked, we're going to make a little chipped beef to put on it. So here we have our package of dried beef. And we're going to soak it in a little cold water in the sink to get some of that salt out. Because you really don't want all the salt that's in this dry beef to be in your food. Our waffles should be just perfect, nice and golden brown. And we're going to start another one. Now, while we're waiting, we're going to make white sauce. If you remember correctly, that's a tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour for every cup of milk that we're going to use. I figure we should use about 5 cups of milk here. Now we've got 5 tablespoons of melted butter here, and we're going to stir in 10 tablespoons of flour. We're going to pop this back in the microwave for about a minute. So we sort of halfway cook the flour before we start our white sauce. This is what our butter flour mixture should look like. Basically crumbs. And we're going to add a little milk at a time, because we want this to be nice and smooth.
Little at a time, eh?
Well, yeah. Once you get your stuff blended, you dump the rest in. Now we're going to run this in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Now our white sauce is just about done. We're going to take and put our chopped up dry beef in here. I'm going to stir that up good. And we're going to put it back in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes just to make sure that everything is nice and hot. Now we have cream chipped beef and waffles for about $6.50. And little guy, would you like to take this and try it? Yeah? We'll see you next week on Cooking with Kathy. Bye-bye.